As soon as I have read the motion, you will have 15 minutes to prepare. You may use any notes, books, or devices you find helpful. Once the debate begins, you may no longer use. Each of you will speak for up to 4 minutes. All right, the preparation time is up. Could one student from each team please come up and fill in the speaker letters and initials and the team number? Circle the letter of the first speaker and the second speaker and the third. And then fill in the initials. Could you also fill in your team number and school represented on your team?
Where's the school number?
The team number is on the left.
115.
Yep.
We
Just circle the numbers and write it at the top. And team number now. Off over to the left. All right, speaker number 1 for the affirmative side. You'll have 4 minutes to speak. Please approach the front of the room, introduce yourself, and begin.
Ladies and gentlemen of the room, I am representing the first speaker from the affirmative side, and we, the affirmative, today are here to debate the motion that globalization has been good for music. We agree without the shadow of a doubt that globalization has been good for music. And this is because we believe that globalization helps music to shape cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask you today, have all of you in this room heard of Psy's Gangnam Style? Yes, you have? Okay, good. So, since you have, how do you know of this song? You know of it because of globalization. Without globalization, none of you in this room would have known about that song. And this is because of a term that we would like to call musical globalization. We believe that globalization shapes cultures, and because of globalization, we are able to experience and exchange different cultures. Because of globalization, we know of other people's cultures and they know of ours. We are not disregarding our own cultures, but we are experiencing theirs. This gives us a topic. Globalization of music has given the world topics to be spoken of with each other. Because of globalization of music, we can meet someone from a different country. Let's say for one of these competitions, for WSC itself, we can go up to a scholar from a different country and say, hey, have you heard this song? And if they have, well, there you go, there's another subject to talk about, instead of discussing the weather, because in case it was raining, because that's such an interesting subject. Because of musical globalization, the world has been informed of other people's cultures, and each country's culture, their music, it has been spread worldwide. All people from each country are able to access music from other people's countries, getting to know their cultures, their ways, the way they sing, the way they talk. We, the affirmative, we define music as vocal or instrumental sounds combined to produce harmony. This is not either electronical or live, like either electronical or live. And that's how we define music. My second speaker will be talking about the appreciation of music worldwide and about musical career and talent. And my third speaker will be talking about how globalization has made music accessible. So, we, the affirmative team, strongly believe that globalization has been good for music, and it has in fact been a betterment to the world. Thank you.
All right, you'll have 1 minute to prepare before I call up the next speaker. All right, speaker number 1 from the negative side. Please approach the front of the room, introduce yourself, and begin. You have 4 minutes to speak.
Good evening, adjudicator, opposition, fellow team members, and audience. I'm representing Island School from Hong Kong, and we are going to argue against the motion that globalization has been good for music. We would like to start by defining some terms. We define globalization as a growth of something to the worldwide scale, an exposure to other countries, cultures, and peoples. This definition is quite, the meaning can vary because what is good for music? We're defining good for music as the music that is produced after globalization is more varied, more creative, and more nice to listen to, and better describes the people in South Korea, riding horses, looking at sexy ladies, just lying on beaches all day. A lot of people think that Gangnam Style is commenting on, oh look how rich we are so cool. But actually it's mocking them. So many people can judge other cultures wrongly because of their music and what they hear. We believe that this motion must fall because globalization reduces opportunities for small musicians, suppresses cultures, and makes people more careless with their language. For instance, how many musicians are there in the world that produce music on a worldwide scale? There were 2,511,000 in 2001, according to the population census. In 2001, the population of the world was 6 billion. Think of just how many more there will be now, when the population of the world is 1 billion more people. How many millions of more musicians will there be? With all these musicians producing so much music, smaller musicians that are less well known won't get a chance to have their music known. What if their music is better or more interesting, more nice to listen to than the stuff that gets international fame and credit? But we don't know because globalization has suppressed these musicians and they don't have the chance to show what they're good at. This is why I believe that this motion must fall. Thank you.
All right, you'll have 1 minute to prepare before I call on the next speaker. affirmative side, you'll have 4 minutes to speak. Please approach the front of the room, introduce yourself, and begin.
Good evening, Mr. Adjudicator, teammates. Now I will talking about my points. First I will talking about appreciation of music. So you see, good music come from some countries, and other countries don't have good music. So sometimes there are people in Japan that really likes rock. They like music from the rock genre. And without globalization, there wouldn't be rockers in Japan. So they wouldn't appreciate music in their country. So it is really important for them because sometimes there's rock music for Japanese guys are actually very important because they really like them.
Dear adjudicator, fellow team members, opposition, and audience. Today I'm strongly debating the motion that globalization has been a bad influence for music. I'd first like to rebut the second speaker of the opposition, some of the points mentioned by the second speaker of the opposition. The opposition mentioned that nice to listen can be defined, but if say you took someone from someone in this room and you took another person, I'm almost 100% sure that the whole point of globalization is to actually spread music all across the world, such as classical music, which is...
Alright, you'll have 1 minute to prepare before I call the next speaker. Alright, speaker number 3 for the affirmative side. You will now have 4 minutes to speak. Please approach the front of the room, introduce yourself, and begin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honorable judge, and esteemed members of the opposition. My name is Filippo Musneci, and I'm from the British School of Bucharest, and today I'm representing the third speaker for the proposition. As you all may know, we are here today to debate the motion. This House believes that globalization has been good for music. I'd like to start off my speech by pointing out a few flaws in the opposition's argument. Both the first and second speaker said that globalization in music makes you lose your culture. I'd like to ask you something. We're here at the World Scholars Cup Tournament of Champions with students from all over the world. English for many of these students is not a first language, but yet we're all here, we're speaking English. Just because we speak English, have we forgotten our actual language, whether that be Indian, Greek, English, or whatever? No, we have not, ladies and gentlemen. The second speaker also mentioned that not everyone can like one genre of music. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what us, the proposition, are saying. Globalization has taken measures, in a way, to induce other genres of music and bring it to all parts of the world. Now, I'd like to also say something, that if it wasn't for globalization, from the beginning of this competition, we wouldn't have had 2,000 scholars discussing, debating, and communicating about songs such as She'll Be Coming Round the Mountains, or Oregon Trail, or many others which were given to us at the beginning to study. Now I'd like to move on to my point, which is that globalization helps the economy and makes population more aware. Globalization makes music more accessible to people because global multinational companies that deal with music, such as YouTube, Warner Bros. Studios, Sony, Virgin Media, give it out to the world. This allows everyone to hear what is being created by various artists from different cultures, different parts of the world. They can all come in one. They can all share their ideas. This makes the music industry bigger, helping the economy. Over the past year, 9%, the music industry has grown by 9%, which, ladies and gentlemen, is an astounding $5.6 billion. music makes also people more aware, such as the song Strange Fruit, which is about racism. It generated many comments, many controversial comments. It generated awareness, ladies and gentlemen. Awareness about racism in some parts of the country. It generated awareness for everyone. Music also inspires people around the world, creating role models. Some may particularly like an artist, such as, let's say, Demi Lovato, for her strength after her past years, after having gone to rehab and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, all this wouldn't be possible to globalization. So I'd like to thank you and just say that globalization has in fact been good for music. Thank you.
Thank you. We now have 1 minute to prepare before I call out the next speaker. Minutes to speak. Please approach the front of the room, introduce yourself, and begin.
Hello, dear adjudicator, team opposition of us, our own team, and the fair audience. My name is Rishabh Bora, and I'm from Island School. I'm representing Island School, Hong Kong. Before I conclude with all my points, I'd like to make several rebuttals that has been rebuttals to statements that have been made throughout the whole debate by all the speakers. I think this is the second speaker who made this statement, and it was a statement how they said, what if your own culture's music was bad? Well, you have actually given us a point, because now if you think like this, this basically shows that globalization has narrowed down our minds to think that our own cultures or other people's cultures which are not popular are bad, and it shows that globalization has just made them more Americanized to popular songs that are made in America and UK. And also another rebuttal to genres. You said it has created more genres in music. I do agree. And you said it has created more chances for people to show their music, but I do agree. But at the same time, it has taken out those genres that people used to love, like classical music, one of the greatest music in the world. I'm pretty sure not a lot of us over here listens to classical music, and it's mainly because of globalization, and they do not deserve this. Secondly, people like live music. You said musicians have a great chance, but if you think about it, nowadays the most popular music is electronic music, dance music, all of those music that can just be done on a laptop. How about the real music that can be done on live concerts? How about those people who make live music? Because of globalization, they have lost their chance to show what they are. You said that globalization has helped people realize awareness about racism and has brought good role models to this world. But I have several examples to show you that it's actually the opposite. First of all, we had mentioned the point about racist remarks made by globalized songs nowadays, and sexist comments. For example, a song called Blurred Lines. Because of globalization made in music, the artists, they feel very open about everything, and they don't realize that by their music, they're making a lot of sexist comments that can influence people in this world really badly. How about other racist comments that are used in normal rap songs? Before globalization was at their peak, songs like Gangsta's Paradise by Coolio and other Coolio songs, they're all very normal, like they had good music in it and all that. But now songs with Jay-Z, they have at least 20 racist remarks in their songs. And this might not affect some people, but it definitely influences people's thoughts, people's personality to talk with other people. Now I'm going to conclude with my points and summarize them all. First of all, our team said that because of globalization, people have stereotypically judged different people's cultures by their music, and these music can change people's thoughts, people's personality. Your own culture is very important to know about, because I'm pretty sure that anyone in this room cannot name 50 songs from their own culture, but can name 50 songs, 50 American songs that have been globalized and that you have known. Thirdly, we have also mentioned how electronic music, dance music has taken over the genres and haven't given enough chance to classical music, slower music, the music that people learn from their own cultures. Also, you have said the economy is better because of these rise of more musicians and genres. But at the same time, we're losing musicians who have a chance to get out there and show everyone what they're like. Therefore, I believe this motion must fall. Thank you.
Thank you. Before I announce the winner, each team must give up to 90 seconds of feedback and advice to the other team. You may divide these 90 seconds however you like. I will score your feedback, but it will not affect which team won. Do not use this time to continue arguing about the motion. Focus on how your opponents could become better debaters. You have 2 minutes to plan your feedback. I will not give any feedback of my own. Please speak from your seats. I will stop you after 90 seconds. Negative team, you will go first. Remember to be courteous, constructive, and kind.
I thought as a whole you guys were very confident when you spoke. You spoke eloquently, very few pauses. I thought you also had, you also included good statistics in your speeches.
You guys very good. It was a very tough debate. I like your way of conveying your message for your debate motion. You said you showed with your hand gestures, the way you talk, that yes, we are right, and really convinced probably him and us and everyone, which made it much harder for us. And you guys very confident, said some good points, and maybe some for improvement, maybe you could make your points a bit your points were pretty good, but maybe you can elaborate a bit more of them, because some of them were kind of simple, but that's it really. You guys were just really good.
There's not much else to say. Your overall debate was really great. I was finding it really hard to think of rebuttals for a lot of the stuff you said, especially the third speaker. It's a great point. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I really like all of you as debaters. I think you were all really fluent and your speech flowed a lot. In particular, honestly, I actually really liked your third speaker, how he conveyed his messages through. However, I think that as a team, you could have all been a bit more fluid, joining your arguments together and relating to what one of you guys said, relating it to the next. But overall, this debate was really enjoyable, and thank you.
I think as a team, you guys were very good. Your points were very concise, and you elaborated very well. And there's nothing much to improve, yes. But you guys actually, your points were actually more to that globalization, that music is good for global. It's just my opinion. Yeah, that how music is good for culture. But yeah, but I guess we did that too, but I didn't, I guess.
I thought all of you were very clear, very organized. You have very interesting opinions. And I like your cue cards.
All right. This round goes to the affirmative team. Congratulations. And I'll take across the bench and shake hands. Thank you all for coming. Do you know where you're going next?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.